టేబుల్ ఒకటే ఉంది చూసాను. నీ కెమెరా ఏమైనా తీసుకోకపోతే నాకు ఇస్తే బయట తీసుకుంటా.
సరే అండి, సరే
స్వామి నేను కూడా క్లబ్
రెగ్యులర్ లైన్ వెళ్ళిపోవాలి. మీరు
28
అబచ్చ రూపాయలు 5.6 కానీ ఇది అడ్రస్ ఉందా? కాలేదు.
లేదు బేస్ ప్లేట్ అనేది స్క్రూ ఉంటుంది కదా, అది బేస్ ప్లేట్ అవును వేరే ఫుడ్
అవును.
అవుట్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్కి వెళ్ళి ఒకసారి మాత్రం ఒకసారి అందులో కనిపిస్తాడు. నువ్వు కెమెరా ఆడబెట్టుకొని కంప్లీట్ వీళ్ళని చూపించాలి. రైట్, ఎవరిని ఈ ఆడియన్స్ చూపించాలి. ఎంతసేపు 20 మినిట్స్ మాట్లాడతాను.
ఓకే, 10:45 వరకు చూపించాలి.
నేను చెప్తాను నీకు కెమెరా షిఫ్ట్ అన్నప్పుడు నువ్వు అక్కడికి వచ్చేసి మూవ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు బార్ చేసుకో. రైట్,
భయపడండి.
ఇప్పుడు అన్న ఒక టైఫాయిడ్ వాళ్ళు టైఫాయిడ్ ఎవరన్నా నాకేం కూడా అది
ఇది RF లెన్స్.
ట్రైపాడ్
ఇది ఊకే
బార్ సేల్స్ అది బార్స్
అంటే
మనం కెమెరా పెట్టుకున్నట్టు పోతే దాంట్లో లైవ్ అని చెప్పి.
5.6 అంటే 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 5.
అదే ఇస్తుంది.
అవునవును. ఎట్లా
ఇంకా అయితే దాని బార్స్ ఏమో ఉంటుందో తెలియదు, కాకపోతే దీనికి ఏంటి ఈతం కాలేజా ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్?
కాలేజ్ హిటమ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఏది? హిటమ్ కాలేజ్ ఓరియంటేషన్ అని పెట్టి.
అంతేనా?
కాదు, ORIEL ఓరియంటేషన్. అదే
जल्दी आप यहीं से ही करोगे?
नो सर,
कहाँ से करोगे?
उधर उधर
हाँ नहीं, यहाँ पे हमारे चीफ गेस्ट बैठेंगे।
नो प्रॉब्लम.
हाँ
हम
हाँ, बिकॉज यहाँ से अगर करोगे ना तो पूरा जितना भी फोटो आएगा वो कंसोल के साथ आएगा, वीडियो भी वो कंसोल के साथ आएगा. इफ यू टेक इट फ्रॉम दैट साइड मे बी इट विल कम विद द
mostly
स्क्रीन.
we'll take from middle.
No, what I am saying is this podium is there, right? All the speakers will speak from there. Whatever photos and videos you take, that unit will come. Which unit?
That one.
Audio unit. So that will not look good. You understand what I am saying? So instead of shooting it from here, most of the videos should be shot from there, so that will not come. You understand what I am saying? हाँ? But समझ गया ना मैं क्या बोल रहा
समझ
हूँ?
गया.
वो यूनिट अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा ना.
No.
ठीक है? Few clips you can take from there, take from here, take from wherever. But majority of the clips, when video recording and all, should be done from there.
Okay.
Huh? How are you capturing the audio?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
అది
That cord is there.
Yeah, sir. It's coming from live. It's recording.
Recording.
Yes.
So everybody present over here. So I see few of the students sitting over here. I would request all of them to move to the classrooms. Whatever presentation or whatever the information is being said here, the same information would be delivered there also. So I would be requesting all the students to move to your classes, and the parents, whoever is around the campus, please gather near the activity block. We will be starting very shortly.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Ishita, and I'm the student director for the term 2024-2025.
Welcome to our green campus, Hitam. I am Pralika. I'm the final year student and the current student in academics.
So we still see a lot of parents coming in. So we have a couple of questions to ask you all, where we would appreciate a raise of hands.
So to make it simple, మేము కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతాం. మీకు ఈ ఆన్సర్ కరెక్ట్ or మీ ఆన్సర్ ఎస్ అయితే I would like to see a raise of hand. That is, మీరు ఇలా hand raise చేస్తే you would understand that the answer is yes.
Okay, so our first question is, as your children have already been a part of Hitam now, they're officially a part of Hitam, how many of you are still curious about what happens at Hitam and what is Hitam? Okay, that's a lot of hands. Okay.
So, how many of you are still having apprehension that Hitam is the right choice?
Okay. And our last question is, as we consider parents to also be Hitamites, how many of you are ready to begin the journey as a Hitamite finally? Amazing. I see a lot of hands. Thank you so much.
So, before we go ahead, I mean, like, I see a difference of opinions. There are a lot of raise of hands. There are people with confusion still. There are people who doesn't know what is happening. So, we would like to go ahead and tell you how our journey began at Hitam.
Alright, so let me begin and to tell you how my journey was at Hitam. So it was back in 2021 and it was the COVID era where we were just having online classes and I was still confused about the fact on whether I should take up engineering or not. And I was a 12th grader, by the way, from Army Public School, and I was very confused about what my next step would be. And just like an average 12th grader, I wrote my MCET exam and I got a rank and I got a seat at Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management. Again, there were a couple of questions where I was so confused on whether I would like it or not, how the environment would be, how the faculty would be, how the students would be. But then, when I first came to the orientation, I was honestly surprised and spellbound by how green the campus was and how everyone was very approachable and supportive. Then the next day was my first day at Hitam and I was again a little worried because I am somebody who does not know Telugu. And when I went to class, everybody was supportive, be it the students, be it my peers, be it the faculty, and in fact even my HOD was very, very supportive in terms of making sure that I was feeling comfortable at the institute. So again, there comes a lot of pros, there comes a lot of cons, and I was a little worried again how my journey is going to begin because I was again a first year student who had just come and after the COVID era where everything was online for the past 2 years and it was finally now offline. And I was very excited to get to know about what all the initiatives are at Hitam, be it the extracurriculars, be it the academics, and most importantly, one major aspect of it that I personally loved was student centricity. So there was one alumni that had come to our class one day about one particular body at Hitam, a student body, which was called SSG. And that actually made student self-governance. Now what that is it's a student-led initiative, a student body, where it bridges the gap between students and creativity. Excited to see people from SSG come up and talk to us about how college is going and everything. So since I was already somebody who was always in extracurriculars, I decided to give it a shot. And from second year onwards, I was always a part of SSG. Then comes the major point where in fourth year, there was one particular role that I was eyeing, and that was the student director role. Now that role is one of the highest roles of Hitam in the SSG body. And again, I really wanted to give it a shot considering how important the role would be and how I would make a difference at Hitam. After a lot of rounds of interviews and there were so many confusions and a lot of things going on in my head, and then I realized that I wanted to be the student director of Hitam. And now I proudly stand here to say that I am the student director of Hitam for the year 2024-2025. And I believe this opportunity would not have come to me if I wasn't at this institute. So now that is my side of the story. Pravalika, how about we hear what your side of the story is?
So, in the morning, when you are getting your kids to the college, how many of them still had a thought that I am not into engineering, but still I am at Hitam? Do you have any of your kids like that? Yes, I was a student 3 years ago standing here that I am not into engineering, I don't want to get into Hitam, I don't want to get into any engineering institute. But I wanted to try something new Then when I entered the campus 3 years ago, I have seen the management, I have seen the students and the values that Hitam follows, and I was very attracted how this would actually give many opportunities to me. I was a student who was a lot into leadership, and also I wanted to get a human resources degree. So I thought, how would Hitam help me? Then, for example, we have a lot of opportunities in Hitam. To name it, if I was a student who wants to get into entrepreneurship, we have an entrepreneurship development cell. And if I am a student who is interested in leadership, we have many clubs which promote leadership. For example, being the main body, that is SSG, Student Self-Governance. And also, students can be the club coordinators for their terms. And also, if a student is interested in doing social service, if your kid is mostly into social services, we have a lot of NGOs that Hitam students are a part of. Be it Sahaya, be it For a Cause, be it Arutla Foundation, so on. So, when I got into Hitam, I was a student who was interested into communication, leadership and networking. And one such club which would promote all of this is Toastmasters International. We have a Hitam Toastmasters Club, and I'm really proud to tell that I have been an active member for the past 3 years. So it did not just shape our communication skills, it also has shaped our networking that has given a lot of opportunities to all of us outside of Hitam. And as Ishika mentioned about SSG, you can see us standing over here how both Toastmasters and SSG has helped us to shape ourselves to stand here confidently in front of you after these 3 years.
Now, be proud Hitamites, and with the 6 values of the Institute always instilling in us and driving us, which are student centricity, accountability, teamwork, integrity, continuous learning and social consciousness, we truly believe that Hitam was indeed the right choice for us and for your child as well. Thank you so much.
Hello. No. అది కెమెరాకి బేస్ ప్లేట్ పెట్టే దగ్గర నేను ట్రైపాడ్ సెట్ అవ్వట్లేదు బేస్ ప్లేట్ ట్రైపాడ్. అది ఏం చేయాలి, అది చేయడానికి రావట్లేదండి. వేరేది బేస్ ప్లేట్ కూడా ట్రై చేస్తాను, రావట్లేదు. అన్న ఎట్లా అంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక అతను ఇక్కడ అదే కాలేజ్ అతను ఒక ఆయన తీసుకెళ్తున్నాను, ఆయన దానికి లైవ్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఉంది, ఆయన ట్రైపాడ్ కూడా పెట్టినా కానీ వస్తలేదు. అదే అన్న ఆయన కెమెరాకి పెట్టుకుంటాను లైవ్. లేదన్న రావట్లేదు, చేంజ్ చేసాను. ఆయన కెమెరాకి మన లైవ్ ఇస్తా అంటున్నాను. ఎందుకంటే మన దానికి ట్రైపాడ్ బేస్ ప్లేట్ పట్టట్లేదు మన కెమెరాకి, ఆయన కెమెరాకి పడుతుంది. ఉందన్నా ఒకసారి బాక్స్ ఎట్లా అంటున్నా, ఆయన కెమెరాకి మనం లైవ్ ఇచ్చాం అనుకో వచ్చేస్తుంది కదా ఒకసారి అని నేను చెప్తున్నాను.
హలో అన్నా, ఏంటన్నా దీనికి అడ్రస్ వస్తలేదు. సరే అన్న చెప్తాడు.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Orientation Day of Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management. I am Ishita Roy, the Student Director for the term 24-25.
And I am Kaushik, the President of Hitam Toastmasters at Hitam. We are honored to be your hosts for this exciting event.
Today is a special day where we welcome the newest members of our campus community. Let us begin by lighting the lamp along with a prayer song, a tradition symbolizing the arrival of knowledge and enlightenment. We would like to invite our esteemed principal, Dr. Arvind, Associate Dean Accreditations, Dr. Devika, Chief Mentor, Major General Chandrasekhar Mani, and Assistant Director doing Engineering, Dr. Shiva Prasad. And Dr. Ashalata, Wellness Counselor.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Thank you for that beautiful start. What a wonderful way to set the tone for today's celebrations. To guide us through the day, we have a series of enlightening addresses from our esteemed faculty and distinguished guests. ఎలా అయితే దీపం మన అందరికీ వెలుగు చూపుతుందో అలాగే కళాశాల మనలో ఉన్న వ్యక్తిత్వాన్ని ప్రపంచానికి పరిచయం చేస్తుంది. Let us invite Dr. Surendra Bandi to take us through the journey of the evolution of our institute Hitam.
Good morning and congratulations for taking the decision of joining Hitam. So now all of you become the stakeholders of Hitam, meaning earlier you were on the other side and we were convincing you to join Hitam because of this and this. Now we understand that you are convinced and you have taken a decision to join Hitam. So now you are part of Hitam family. So you have a responsibility now onwards to know more about Hitam and also promote Hitam and also add value to the decisions taken at Hitam. So for that purpose, what we are going to do is, I will be speaking for about 9-10 minutes. By the end of the 10 minutes, you will be able to summarize the history of Hitam. That is what is going to happen. If you have to summarize, you have to listen. You have to listen carefully, whatever I am going to tell. So that after 10 minutes, I will be asking questions to you. When I ask the questions, you will be able to answer that if you listen properly. So you have to listen. Yeah, so the history of Hitam. Hitam was established in 2001 with a different name, Royal College of Engineering, not at this place, 100 kilometers away from this place, that is at Medak. And as usual, people always wanted to study in Hyderabad, not in Medak or some other districts, etc. Everyone wants seat in Hyderabad. In Medak, the campus was very beautiful, 25 acres, spacious, with lots of facilities and great initiatives, etc. But still, people did not want to go there. That's why management has taken a decision to bring the college to Hyderabad. So people are so mad about Hyderabad, that made even management to give a name after Hyderabad, that is Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management. So that is how in 2007-8, the Royal College of Engineering has become Hitam and also relocated to this place, whatever you are seeing now. And it's a green building. There are so many specialties which your children will be experiencing to create high quality learning experiences. So every care has been taken, and you will experience and you will help us to even improve the facilities whatever are there. And the college was founded by Mr. Prashant Arutla, and he is supported by Dr. Surendra Rao and Mr. Tirupathi Reddy. And Prashant Arutla is a mechanical engineer, followed by he did his BGP Max. He is an alumnus of ISP Hyderabad, and he underwent several programs like from Harvard School of Education and IIM Ahmedabad, etc. He has passion to provide this high quality education to the children. And looking at the roots of Hitam, Mr. Prashant Arutla is the grandson of two eminent personalities, Dr. Arutla Kamala Devi and Ramchandra Reddy Garu, who were freedom fighters, and also they were MLAs during 1950 to 65. And Dr. Kamala Devi was the only women opposition leader ever in the United Andhra Pradesh Assembly, and they worked towards upliftment of the downtrodden people and for the quality of education as well. That is how the legacy is being continued. And these are the people who guide our path. Apart from the founder chairman, we have got Professor Sanjay Dande, former director of IIT Kanpur, and he is our chairman for governing body. And we have people like Professor Ashok Shettar, who is the vice chancellor of KLE Technological University, Karnataka, and Dr. Mallikarjuna Babu, vice chancellor Galgotia University, and we have Brigadier Ganesham, founder of Pallas Vijanam, and we have Professor Gopal Joshi, the vice chancellor of MIT Vishwapraya University, Solapur, and we have got Rahul Bhuman, who is the UCSC AI program head, and we have got Mrs. Nirmala Samamurthy, the president, director of Ascent India Leadership. So under the eminent leadership of these people, we are running the institution, and also JNU has given us the JNU nominee for our governing body, Dr. R. Sridevi, Professor. And the people who lead this institution on the ground are these people, and you will be hearing a lot from them as well. We have got Dr. Aravind, Principal, Dr. Suprasad, Assistant Director, Doing Engineering, Dr. Lokeshwara, Dean of Freshman Engineering, Dr. Devika, Associate Dean of Accreditations, and we have got Mr. Vamsi Koka, Dean of Strategy and Operations, Colonel Subramanyam, he is our registrar. We have got Major General Mani Chandrasekharan, he is our chief mentor, and we have got Colonel Vikram, Dean of IQAC, Internal Quality Assurance, and Dr. Ashalaka, Professor and Wellness Counselor. And our vision is to become a role model technological university of national repute that imparts research-based multidisciplinary competencies in the students to enable their career aspirations and contribute to the society. So contributing to the society and becoming confident about their careers is our vision. And then we have got 4 ways of achieving it. Building competencies through our doing engineering approach with relevant content assessment, curriculum assessment and pedagogy, and collaborate with various industries and institutions for capacity building in terms of innovation, research, and even real-time knowledge, I would say. And then the third way of achieving our vision is develop various employability skills, both for emerging trends and also the societal needs. And the fourth one is excel by adopting NEP 2020 to achieve our own accreditations and also national rankings. This is how we will be achieving our vision. And we have got Hitam values. So integrity, continuous learning, accountability, student centricity, social consciousness, and teamwork. These are the values that we have agreed upon. So these three things, vision, mission, values, these are not simply statements which are put here, but these we arrived at these by taking the inputs from everybody, that is students, parents, faculty, management, and industry. From all the people we have discussed, and we have arrived at this conclusion of these vision, mission, values. Now onwards, you have a role in living the Hitam values and also contributing to enhance the vision and mission of the institution. So you have a bigger role in this. That's why I want you to remember these things. Anyhow, I will be asking at the end again. So these are some of the milestones which you can see. As I told you, 2001 we were established as Royal College of Engineering in Medak, and then shifted to this place. When we shifted, this building was rated by US Green Building Council, silver rated, LEED certification. That's one of the differentiators. And then onwards we took little time, so it took time to construct this kind of beautiful building. Plus we also had some challenges in terms of state bifurcation and other things. So it took a while to establish here. So I would say the other milestones have started from 2018, getting NAC accreditation for the first time, and then getting all the programs MBA accredited, and then becoming an autonomous, getting Atal ranking, band 26 to 50, and of course after becoming autonomous we received the NRF for innovation 101 to 150 rank. So all these things have happened recently, I would say, which means Hitam has started picking its pace from 2018-19 onwards, I would say. So the previous batches, last year, before last year, whoever have graduated, they might have seen the fruits of that. And now your children will be seeing the fullest benefit of all these things. So we were not known in the market earlier, but in the past 5-6 years we were able to achieve these milestones, and you will see the fruits, and you will also have the role of contributing to further growth as well. And then we also have planned for international collaborations and integrated programs from next year onwards. So now I have a question to you. How many of you want your son or daughter to become a faculty? Please raise your hand. I want to see. Okay, thank you. I could see three out of around 750 people. This time we have got about 750 people roughly enrolled in Hitam. 3 people parents want to see their son or daughter as faculty. I asked the same question in the classroom. I have been asking it for the past 15 years. None of my students, including them who are standing there, they raised their hands. So no one wants to become faculty. Do you know why? You must be knowing definitely, because you took the decision not to become. They also know. So I have very limited time. They are with cards, red card and all. So not to waste your time. So one reason could be less salary and all. Let's forget about that, because salary is not everything. There can be many more things, etc. But leaving that, there is another reason. That is this statement. We are currently preparing our students for the jobs that don't exist, with the technologies that haven't been invented yet. And we are preparing them to solve the problems. What are the kind of problems that are even we don't know what those are? Very uncertain, very difficult. Do you agree or not? So some of my students told, it is very difficult to be a faculty because everybody would question. Student would question, parent would question, HOD would question, principal would question, society also would question. Anything goes wrong on the road, first thing they would ask is, which college you are from? Are they teaching you this kind of thing? Which means faculty is made responsible for everything that the student does. That is why it is difficult. Please acknowledge that. That is, being a faculty is very difficult. Okay. On top of that, today, suppose I studied 20 years ago. What technologies I learned? There was no smartphone, there was no chat GPT, there was no AI, all these things. But now I am teaching them AI, data analytics, decision making, all these things. So, I would see a lot of gap between the student and faculty, and also teacher is not the only source of knowledge for them. They can get knowledge from anywhere. So there is no need that they have to just respect the faculty because the faculty is giving knowledge, etc. Those days have gone. And at times we learn a lot from the students. So that's the scenario. Hitam identified this need, and Hitam has been on the path of developing faculty, helping faculty, and promoting a lot of trainings for faculty. So I would say there are a few things. We have got TLC, Teaching Learning Center. We don't say Teaching and Learning Center. We say Teaching Learning. So we learn how to teach. It's a continuous process of learning teaching. That's why it's a Teaching Learning Center, in which some programs which we take up. One was long back when I joined, I underwent, that is Wipro Mission 10X program, where we were trained on how to create high impact in the classroom. So HITAM, high impact teaching and mentoring, we also want to become that. So that's one thing. First it started with Wipro Mission 10X. Then we have got another program. Any teacher who is joining Hitam, they are not put for direct teaching. They have to undergo a training. International teaching, IUCE, Indo-Universal Collaboration for Engineering Education, International Engineering Educator Certification Program. So they take us through a 9 months program where they help us understand what are the various methods of teaching, what are the various methods of assessing, what technologies we can use, what collaborative learning we can use, how to design the courses. All these things we are trained, and then we are put for teaching. And apart from this, we get continuous training on behavior, language, and how to deal with students, etc. And this year we started a very unique program, that is PBL training for our faculty. 35 of our faculty are undergoing. It is by the UNESCO PBL Center in Aalborg University, Denmark. So Aalborg University, Denmark, they are pioneers for problem-based learning in the world, entire world. So with lots of efforts, our management was able to convince them to train Hitam faculty. So they are on the way. That is, first batch is being trained. In another 1 year, the entire Hitam faculty is going to be PBL trained. So in PBL, what happens? The students will undergo the experiential learning. They will look at the problem, and then they would understand how to solve that, and while solving, what engineering concepts have to apply. Because we keep hearing several reports, NASCOM reports, and many other private reports, those who want to promote training and all, they say our engineers are not ready, they don't have skills, etc. So we have got all these kind of problems fixed with this problem-based learning, etc. So that's all I wanted to say to you, to be confident about our approach, and also help us in creating that ecosystem for best high quality learning atmosphere here. So with that I would conclude, but as I told, I would ask the questions. So you have to answer very loudly whatever the questions that I am going to ask. The first question: when was Hitam established? Very good, good students. Then which of these are Hitam values? Oh, very good, thank you. Then what is Hitam's MAC grade? B plus B, A plus A. A plus, very good answer. Then what is NIRF innovation banding for Hitam? Very good. 101 to 150. I have excellent audience. Students, please look at them and learn. They have properly followed and they have actually answered every question. So this is what we also call it as outcome-based education. That is, by the end of this 10 minutes, this is what you achieved. You were able to answer 4 questions. This is a knowledge you got. Similarly, we attempt in achieving skill and attitude as well. Knowledge, skill and attitude, we want to achieve by the end of 4 years, 12 attributes. By the end of every year, by the end of every semester, by the end of every course, subject and every session, wherever they are going, that small thing, big thing, they have to link to this outcome-based education, whether they are achieving whatever they have planned or not. Yeah, thank you very much.
Speaker, Professor Sanjay Govind Dhande, who has been a guiding force in our academic endeavors. Professor Dhande is an eminent educationist who served as the director of IIT Kanpur for 10 years from 2001 to 2012. He has a long-standing association with Hitam and is presently guiding the institute in his capacity as the chairman of the governing body. With his academic and administrative vision, he formed the PDPM Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing, Madhya Pradesh, and the Indian Institute of Saddlery Technology and Export Management in UP. He served as the chairman of the Board of Governors of National Institute of Technology, Delhi, and National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai. Professor Dhande has worked in the field of computer-aided design, rapid prototyping, rapid tooling, and reverse engineering. He developed AutoLay, an innovative CAD technology for the Indian Aeronautical Development Agency, which is used by several aircraft manufacturers around the world. He has served as a member of Telecom Regulatory Authority of India and has also been a member of the Scientific Advisory Council to the Prime Minister of India. An innovative technologist, acclaimed academician, an eminent researcher, and an able administrator, Professor Dhande has been the recipient of numerous awards and fellowships throughout his illustrious career. He is a fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, Maharashtra Academy of Sciences, Institute of Engineers, and Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. The Government of India conferred upon him the prestigious Padma Shri in 2013, recognizing his immense contribution to the field of education. With this, I would like to request Professor Dhande for his address.
Hello, can I start? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
With your hand.
You are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I will start my speech, and first thing is welcome to Hitam for all the students who are joining today, as well as the parents. We would like to congratulate all and each and every one of you for selecting Hitam and also putting your award here. I think the teachers who taught you so far need to be congratulated also, because they are the people who brought the success and who brought the glory to all of you in the family as well as the individuals, and therefore welcome as well as congratulations. We also would like to acknowledge the presence of the chairman of Hitam, as well as the principal and other board members, including the chief mentor, as well as other faculty members and the registrar and his team, the principal and his team. I would like to welcome all of them for this wonderful first event of the academic career of yours. I would like to mention 2-3 things following what Surendra told earlier. Is a 3-story building. As you know, every building has to have a foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, then the building won't survive. In fact, the taller the building, the deeper is the foundation and the stronger is the foundation. So obviously, your primary school as well as the secondary school is the foundation. And the language skills, the mathematical skills, the science skills, the basic science skills, all this you will learn the principles as well as the laboratories. You will learn how to experiment in those classes. I think after your high school, you enter the college as well as you enter the first floor and then go over to the second floor. The second floor gives you the basic wherewithals of sciences or commerce or biology or mathematics that you have selected. As you know, as computers are becoming more and more popular, the computer branches are becoming very attractive, but you must know that the basic foundation of the entire computer-related subjects is mathematics. So if you want to specialize in these areas, please go ahead and strengthen your mathematical capabilities. And it is not simply arithmetic. Unfortunately, a lot of people have the habit of equating mathematics with arithmetic. No, it is not the case. Geometry is a very important aspect of mathematics. Reasoning is a very important aspect of mathematics. It is called as mathematical logic. If you are good in mathematical logic, you will be flying in all the disciplines. So stronger these foundations of mathematics and chemistry that you have, you will find that if you want to do environmental sciences or environmental engineering, you need to have a very strong grounding in biological subjects or biological areas as well as statistics. You won't live without mathematical or statistical subjects. So for sure, you need to understand the mathematical aspects such as mathematical logic, number theory, the algebra, geometry, arithmetic, and many other subjects of mathematics. So please understand that mathematical foundation is the most important part, and that is what is grounded in your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Then you come to the university. Forget about the MSAT and all of that nonsensical admission tests, etc. Though you have to spend a lot of energies and you have gone to different coaching classes, but all that has to be forgotten. Ultimately, the only skill that you will understand is how to get any skill. If you know one skill that is required, and that is how to acquire any other skill. Today, the technology is talking about computers. Tomorrow, it will talk about environment. Day after tomorrow, it will talk about something else. So we don't know even what is going to be tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So you must understand that the logical part or the thinking part or the problem solving capability are the basic skills. And you must acquire the basic skills in these 4 years. So don't worry about what branch you get. Don't worry about what subject you are studying. Don't worry about exactly whether the teacher is good or bad or indifferent or whatever. You have to learn on your own. The only example I give is that of Ekalavya. If you know the story of Ekalavya, Ekalavya was rejected by the teacher with whom he wanted to learn the archery. And the teacher said, no, you can't learn from me because go away. But he practiced so much. And then the a teacher, the ex-teacher, was visiting the jungles. He found that there was a dog barking, and somebody shot the arrows in a very good clockwise manner, so the dog didn't die, but his barking stopped. And they said, this fellow must be a fantastic archer. And they found out that it was Ekal. So Ekal had a very good sense of observation. He had a very good sense of experimentation. He had a very good sense of practice. So practice, observations, experimentation are the basic skills that are required. And you must understand that there is something called the foundation of the skills. There is, as I said, the 3-story building. Then you go to the top floor, there is a terrace, and there is nowadays a lot of people have a terrace garden. Now, if you want to create a terrace garden, you must have the wherewithal of how to beautifully create a terrace garden. And that is the artificial intelligence or whatever. As you know, the plants can be changed, the plants can be replaced. As the season changes, the plants change also. So you will find that the plants will change in the terrace garden. So also your style of work. Can you believe that if you join some company today, when you retire, your specialization is completely different. So what is that you will learn? I don't need computer science, impressed, etc. That's a nonsense, absolute nonsense. No matter what subject you have, if you acquire the basic skills which will lead you through the rest of the life, then I would say the 4 years that you have spent at Hitam are well worth the investment. Investment by your parents, investment by you, investment by every one of the teachers, and investment by the management in terms of grooming wonderful people. So you must understand that this particular aspect of education is for empowering you with different skills as well as empowering you with the main skill, which is to acquire any other skill on your own, because you can't depend on anybody. So you can depend on the books, you can depend on the Wikipedia, you can depend on many other things, but you must ultimately do what is called as Ekalam Tapashcharya. So if you do Ekalam Tapashcharya, then you will acquire any skill. And that is the level, that is the message coming out of Hitam. That acquire the skill that is most important of all, and that is to acquire any of the skill. So please remember that. Please remember this particular mantra at Hitam. Now Hitam has done wonderful things. As you know, we are sitting in a campus which is the greenest campus of the country. And you will find that there are a lot of greenery around, and therefore this is a beautiful campus. The management is very keen to make sure that the teachers, after all 5-10 years in the life of any technology, things will change. Again, there will be new wave and there will be new craze, if I may call. So you will find that there are different technologies which will come up. Now, artificial intelligence is controversial, but it is helping in some sense. The educational, when I was a student, the Council Library was my, today you find the internet and the mobile phone is the connection that you have, and therefore you will find that use all the resources but become the expert in whatever you wish to do. If you want to become expert in sports, be so. If you want to become expert in culture or arts, be so. So whether you take the studies or culture or sports, I would say that you must be a 360-degree person. If you are not a 360-degree person, if you are only good in sports, you are a 120-degree person. If you are only good in arts, you are 120 degree person. If you are only good in studies, you are 120 degree person. So please understand that you have to become a 360 degree person, not simply 180 or 240 degrees person. The second thing that you have to remember is that no matter what your teachers are, no matter what your books are and textbooks, unfortunately there will be a syllabus, unfortunately there will be some what you may call examinations, etc., etc. So one has to go through the drill in some sense. But remember, nowadays there are a lot of companies which are offering certification programs, and even though you are looking for a job, the certification programs allow you to learn a lot of things which are not covered in the syllabus, which are not covered in the branch you are pursuing. So if you want to pursue, let us say, artificial intelligence, or you are in civil engineering, frankly speaking, civil engineering and artificial intelligence are very well connected. I took the example of civil engineering because there is no civil engineering in Hitam. But I would say that you take any other subject, you will find that there are some certification programs. Do understand that the certification programs help you get a job. The second most important thing is there is something called as an internship, or there is something called as a summer training internship. The semester-long internship is extremely helpful. Extremely helpful. I always say that 10 minutes interview and going for a job and dedicating your life for that company is like what you can call the old style method of seeing a girl and then marrying her off. On the other hand, if you date the girl, or if you are in love marriage or you are dating some person for a long time, you understand the pluses and minuses of that personality, and therefore you become familiar with it. The same difference is there in 10-minute interview and getting a job in the afternoon, or going to the internship, working there for 1 semester. You come to know the company comes to know you, and therefore if the company makes an offer to you, you can make a conscientious decision whether to join the company or not. If you don't like it, don't join the company. There is no hard and fast compulsion on you to join the company just because you have been a trainee there. Pick up any company, you will find the traineeship is very important. Don't take 1 month or 1 summer-long traineeship. Take a full semester training program. The second thing that I would like to say is that don't while away your time. There are a lot of people who will take the motorbike and then park it close to a coffee shop and then congregate, and then Janta will discuss all kinds of things regarding the movies, regarding the actors and actresses and so on. Don't while away your time. These 4 years are the most important. You won't believe, I always say, and the investment that gives you the return for the whole life, the only investment is the 4 years that you invest in the college education. The 4 years that you are going to invest here is going to give you the dividend for the whole of your life. Please remember that the whole of your life will be crucially dependent on these 4 years. So don't while away the time. You can focus on sports, you can focus on arts, you can focus on, as I said, studies. Obviously, you need to get. Now, the companies are looking for 2 things. One thing is that, is the student having a first class career? Number 1. So, you must maintain the first class. And the second thing is that if you fail in any subject any time, even though you have caught up and you have cleared the subject, etc., the companies don't like it. The companies you will say throw the person out and throw the application out. So you must not get a failure in any subject, number one. And number two is you must maintain 60% of the marks of whatever the CGPA that you have. But the most important flying horse will not help, and then neither the placement officer will help you, nor the companies will help you, nor the company's HR department will help you. Nobody can help you because these two rules are extremely important for all the companies, that you must maintain a certain CGPA and you must maintain the no failure record of yours in the JNTU, because we are affiliated commerce institution but attached to JNTU. So finally the degree will be awarded by JNTU based on our recommendation. So I think you have to understand that these are some of the do's and don'ts. Now there are many things we can talk. I think the 4 years of association will help us to have more chit chat. My mobile number or my email address, it will be better if you send me an email, because a lot of times I am busy and therefore not being able to talk to you free on the phone. But if you send an email to me, I will reply within a day or two. My email address is available with Surendra. He can give it to all of you if you require. But if you have any questions, you please give it to Surendra and he will translate it to you. I will be very happy to answer any of your questions, any of your doubts. And if the parents have any questions, they can tell the ward and the ward can translate it to me. And through via Surendra, and we will be very happy to help you. All that we want is, we want you to succeed. We want you to become successful people in life, and success in the material sense and success in the spiritual sense also. So I would not like to forget the spiritual part. Ultimately the happiness is eternal. Of course we have plenty of time to talk about internal treatment. But today I thought, since the parents are here, you are here for the first time, we are meeting each other. Unfortunately I am not being able to be present in Hyderabad, but I am sure one of these days I will visit and come and talk to you all in person. If you have any questions, please transfer it to Surendra. Is that fine, Surendra? I am maintaining time.
Yes, sir. Yes.
If you have any questions, please direct it to
Yeah, I'll do that, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello? I think you are muted. You are muted. Now I can see that.
Yes, sir. I have noted, sir. I'll do that. Sir, I have noted, yes. Yeah, if you have any questions, probably one or two will take. Yes, sir. Currently, there are no questions, sir. I am sure they will ask later and I will pass on to you.
Going back, I'm sure the next speaker is waiting trying to come and we want to maintain the schedule as per the timetable that we have given to you. Sure, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dande. Thank you, Professor Dande, for your valuable address. Next, we would like to call upon our principal, Dr. S. Arvind, who will provide valuable insights into our academic framework.
A warm good morning to all the parents who have assembled here on this auspicious day, being the orientation day for your children. I welcome on behalf of Hitam to all the parents and also the children who are sitting in the classrooms. First of all, I would like to thank the JNTS registrar for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest. Since he is occupied in some meetings, within short time he will be joining us on the podium to share his views with every one of you. And my previous colleagues have already mentioned about the journey of the Hitam, when it has started and how it has reached to the present milestone. You can see the ground reality of the Hitam when you are in the campus, whenever you have visited the various places in the campus. That is one thing which I wanted to highlight it. And also, the previous speaker, Professor Sanjay Dande sir, has mentioned particularly what should be the goal for a student whenever he is pursuing any of his education, maybe the graduation at the engineering level or maybe at some other place. But before going the further details, just I would like to enlighten some of the initiatives at Hitam, why we are different in implementing the academics to the children whoever has enrolled at Hitam. Because nowadays, whenever a parent wants to choose a college for his children, when they clear the MSET or maybe through other entrance examination, primarily they concentrate only on two aspects. One is, can my child get the benefit, or can he reach out to the aspirations whatever we have designed for them. Many of us, naturally, as a parent, we expect that once he completes his graduation, he should get a placement in a better company with better package. Or some of the parents may be hoping for a higher education, maybe sending awards to the masters, maybe in India or abroad. With that intention, majority of the parents will try to find out the college. But one thing which I personally feel, whenever you have taken a decision to join your ward at Hitam, definitely you might have done a lot of research. That research might have been carried out through your friends, relatives, or students from other colleges, and also our website. So by looking at all those facilities, what Hitam provides, you have taken a decision to enroll your child to the Hitam. So my commitment to every parent who are sitting in front of me here is that the basic responsibility of a parent getting enrolled his child at an engineering education is done. So the next major onus lies on us, for which I commit from here that we will definitely take care the holistic development of your child when he completes his graduation within the 4 years. So it's just not only the graduation what we expect from every student. I use the term holistic because nowadays simple knowledge, whatever is given in the textbook or whatever is given in the curriculum, that can be achieved by almost every student. But what is that beyond the curriculum a children is learning in any of the college? So that is where we wanted to highlight you that we have a lot of initiatives at Hitam which not only helps the child to a holistic development in his life, but also he will be able to face any of the challenges in the real world. That challenge may be dealing with the society, that challenge may be dealing with the other people from the other organizations, that challenge may be in comparison with someone else, maybe within the family or outside family. So to take up all these initiatives, we have certain differentiator measures which just I wanted to bring it to your notice as a Hitamite. The first thing being the academics. I hope those who are from the engineering background or those who know about what is an engineering, they might be aware that what does engineering course contains. Basically, this engineering course is stretched for 4 years with 160 credits, where a student has to acquire 160 credits in order to become eligible for the graduation in that particular program in which he has enrolled. These 160 credits, 4 years, is again divided into 8 semesters with 20 credits per semester. So that is a minimum thing which every student has to acquire. But likewise, in the previous talk, our Professor Tande sir has mentioned, just graduating is not sufficient, but also you need to aim for a better knowledge which will give a better results. Sir mentioned about 60%. Basically nowadays, being an autonomous and all these things, the current grading method is in terms of the grade point average, grade point assessment, what we are going to give in terms of CGPA. So generally every student is expected to achieve minimum 6.5 CGPA so that he can become eligible to achieve his aspirations. It can be placement or it can be for higher education in some better university. And apart from the academics, as I mentioned that we have certain differentiators, particularly we have initiated and known as academic rigor. Majority of might be not able to know what is actually academic rigor. So basically as part of the academic rigor, it is our responsibility to help the student to ensure that he graduates within the stipulated time of 4 years, not just with a degree in his hand, with a better knowledge what he can gain. Along with that knowledge, even we expect that he will be getting a placement in a better company for which he is aiming as an aspiration. And part of the academic rigor, we have one framework, generally we refer it as a student progressive framework. So majority colleges, what they will do, whatever the course structure they have designed with the different syllabus, they ensure that the faculty deliver their courses in the class and the students will go through the assessments, appear for the exams, get the results and all that. But here at a Hitam, as I already mentioned at the beginning regarding the holistic development, as part of the student progressive framework, we have various entities as part of the framework, not only the academics, beyond academics in terms of doing engineering, in terms of internships, in terms of value-added courses, in terms of curricular and co-curricular as well as extracurricular activities, where a student is given an opportunity to participate and also excel in those domains, so that along with the degree even he can gain certain expertise in those areas which will help him for a better citizen once he completes his graduation at Hitam. And apart from the academic rigor as well as the student progressive framework, we exclusively designed a framework what generally we call it as a CAP, curriculum assessment as well as a pedagogy. When it comes to the curriculum, majority of the institutions either they directly follow the curriculum given by the affiliated university or they may follow some sample curriculum. But we at Hitam will take the utmost care whenever we are designing the curriculum. Being an autonomous institute, we always involve the industry experts, because nowadays after completing the degree or while appearing for the placements, we have to be very careful while delivering the content to the student. Are we mapping the industry requirements? Are we able to bridge the gap between the industry and academics? So by keeping all those into consideration, we involve the industry experts while framing the curriculum apart from the specialized faculty from the various topmost organizations. And coming to the assessments, we know that there are definitely different types of assessments. Majority of the institutions will follow. We had seen every month or monthly test when the kids are in the school, they used to come to us, what is the progress of my child in the class assessment test and all that. So similarly, when we do the assessment for the learning, whatever a student is being carried out here, we have two types of assessment, which we call them as a continuous internal evaluation and the semester end evaluation, which carries a weightage of 40 and 60%. During the continuous internal evaluation, we not only concentrate on his learnings in the academics and also beyond academics in the various areas wherever he is participating. He might be doing certain projects, right? Then we will be evaluating him in the projects. We will be conducting certain activities also to the student for his personality development. It can be in the form of group discussions, it can be in the form of education, it can be in the form of quiz and all those things. So that even we will try to assess the student and reward him with a weightage in our continuous internal assessment. And coming to the pedagogies, earlier my colleague Surendra sir has mentioned, we always ensure that the faculty, whoever joins at Hitam, they are not being directly reaching out to the classroom to deliver the content. We always encourage and also support the faculty to get trained in the method of delivery. Because nowadays the rote learning of the earlier days when we were in the schools as well as the colleges, we saw our faculty used to come to the class, they used to use the chalk piece, write it on the board and explain the content to us. But the days have gone. So majority of the teaching nowadays is not happening just by using the chalk and talk method. Even we are conducting certain activities, we are using certain pedagogies which will be implemented in the classroom so that a student can learn a better way. The rote learning of classroom teaching with chalk and talk, almost nowadays it is vanished. But still majority of the colleges may be still following the same thing. But we at Hitam, we will not stick only to the chalk and talk. Beyond the chalk and talk, we use the various pedagogies where we are ensuring that the student is getting the knowledge, whatever is being delivered by the faculty in the classroom. So that is how we have a specific framework in the form of CAP, and along with this pedagogies, assessments and the curriculum, the CAP also supports with a domain-specific information to the student. So whenever a student wants to learn something in a specific domain, he will be getting the support from the faculty through the centers where he can undergo the trainings, projects, maybe the course level project or the PPL what Surendra sir has mentioned. All those things will be carried out by the students through that domain specific trainings. And coming to the attendance component, majority of the times we ignore the attendance importance. As far as academic regulations are concerned, there are some stipulated percentage where everyone has to ensure that they need to meet the 75% attendance. As already at the beginning I mentioned that now the first phase of your responsibility is over by enrolling your child to the Hitam. Now it is our onus to ensure that he will get the proper development in terms of the holistic to him so that he can get the aspirations whatever he is aiming. But at the same time, I would like to put up a small request to every parent. Because whenever we enroll our kids to the school, every day we ensure that my child is reaching to the school on time without bunking any of the classes, right? Because always we aim that he has to maintain 100% attendance in the class so that he can get a better learning. So I am requesting every parent, please ensure that don't entertain your child with silly excuses to bunk the college. Try to ensure that every day you are sending your ward to the college, and once he is in the campus, we will take care of him so that he can get the entire learnings and the knowledge whatever he requires to be gained within the 4 years so that he can reach to his aspirations as well as the goals. So before concluding, I wanted to give some strength of our Hitam in terms of the faculty, where we have 104 faculty as per the requirement, out of which 40% of the faculty are PBL certified, and the remaining 60% will be completing the PBL certification within a period of 1 year. And when it comes to the outcome-based education, almost all the 100% faculty are trained with what is OBE, how to deliver the content in the classroom so that student can get the outcome from the delivery of the content, as well as all the faculty members are IGIP certified. where they will learning the various techniques how to implement the pedagogies in the classroom while engaging in the classes. And Hitam is not concentrating only on the academics component. Even we encourage the students to take part actively in the research domain also, where we have a separate wing in the form of doing engineering. Our assistant director, Dr. Shiv Prasad, will be explaining you what actually doing engineering, what are the initiatives we are taking at Hitam, so that a student can also enlighten his research knowledge and also he can excel in the research domain. So before concluding, my request, as I mentioned, from your side, please ensure that your ward is reaching to the campus every day. As a Hitamite, as a responsible principal, we commit that within the 4 years your ward can complete his graduation with a better outcome in terms of reaching out his aspirations and the goals. Thank you for listening patiently. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, sir, for that comprehensive overview of our academic framework. Your guidance sets a strong foundation for our students' success and excellence. Our next speaker for the day is our Chief Mentor, Major General Mani Chandrasekhar, who will enlighten us about the various initiatives at Hitam that are designed to enhance the student experience and foster personal and academic growth.
Morning to everyone. It's a pleasure to see so many parents in one place and also the freshers. But I hope I keep seeing you people more often, because generally this is my third induction day or orientation, and I find that after meeting the parents on the first day, I rarely see them after that. They come to college only if the child is in trouble. So I would encourage you people that you keep coming and let us maintain the relationship that has begun today. Now there is one word which people kept talking of, which was doing engineering, because we want to be different from the other colleges. So I hope we are all aware what is the difference between science and engineering. So because you should be very clear that what you have come for is an engineering course. You have not come for a pure research kind of a course. And the best example I can think of difference between science and engineering is that I don't know how many of you have seen the movie Oppenheimer. Has anybody seen it? Oppenheimer? Okay. I saw a few hands. So Oppenheimer was a movie in which Oppenheimer is the person who makes the atomic bomb. But the theory for it, the research for it was done almost 30, 40 years before that. It was done by Einstein. So Einstein just gave the principles. He says E equals mc squared. But it was left to Oppenheimer to actually create that. He made that bomb. So research is theoretical. But to make something, you need an engineer. The one person I can think of who has done both who has done theory and as well as research, as well as engineering, was a person called Alan Turing. Has anybody heard of him? Alan Turing? Okay. Alan Turing, all of you are asking for computer science, AI and all that. He's supposed to be the father of computer science or father of AI. There is a test called the Turing test. Even now it determines how good an AI program is. And he did it sometime during World War II. What was happening in World War II was that there was a German cryptographic machine called Enigma. So they used to encrypt the messages and send it by radio to their U-boats, and they should say that this is the target coordinates. You have to attack the Allied shipping on this day or this time, and these coordinates. So cracking that code was very tough, and every day the Allies were suffering those losses. So then, what the British government did was, they caught hold of this person. They said, who is the brightest mathematician in, because you have to crack a code. Code means mathematics. So who is the brightest mathematician? They said Alan Turing. So they called Alan Turing, they said, break this code. This Enigma code, we are fed up of it. But when they got that machine, the Enigma machine, they found that it had the number of combinations of 1 followed by 18 zeros. You can imagine number of combinations, and every day that key was changed. So he realized that there is no way that a human being can break this code. Even if all the mathematicians of Britain got together to break the code in those 24 hours which was available, or actually 18 hours, because the first message came at 6 in the morning, and it was changed at midnight. So they had 18 hours to change the code, to break the code. He realized it's not possible. So he said only a machine can break another machine. And he made the first computer. He physically made that computer, and then he used that computer to break the code. And the beauty of it was, once the code was broken, what they did was, they didn't act on every information that the machine was producing. Because they said, in case we act on every input, then they'll stop using the code. So again they use mathematics. They use probability. They said, take it as a probability that we're lucky this thing, we got this, we found out where the target is. And we take action. So even after breaking the code, they ensured it remained a secret till the end of the war. So even today, the Turing test is this, that in case I'm speaking to a machine, we have so many AI programs going on, you speak to a machine, and in case you were not able to make out whether it's a human being or a machine talking, then the Turing test is passed. And presently, there is no machine which has been able to pass the Turing test. And the beauty of this, the way technology has progressed, is that when I was in, I think Surendra was mentioning, like we are training you to solve problems we don't know as yet. So I remember when it was my time to do an MTech program, and I was nominated for it from the army. So I asked my mentor, I said, what should I join? So at that time the buzzword, this was 1989, buzzword was computers, everybody said computers. But this mentor told me something else. He said, see, and this was before the personal computer, before internet, before everything. He said, see, before, in say another 10 years time or 7 to 8 years time, every house will have a computer. It will be sold in, like a washing machine or a fridge is being sold, it will be sold. You can't get away from computer, you have to learn it. So he said, pick up a stream which will help you through your life. So specialize in something. So that's why I picked up electronic communication systems, which that relevance will remain all through. So this is what we need to take note of, that we don't know the problems which are going to come. And sure enough, during the MTech program, I learned, I took one of my electives of software programming languages. And I went to a field area in the northeast, and I was told that make a program to get intelligence of where the terrorists were operating. And that time there was no Google Maps and all that. So I had to make my own Google Earth kind of a Google map. I made my own map for that, to find out where the terrorists were moving around. So despite not doing computers, ultimately I did it. So this is my suggestion is that pick up a stream, the fundamentals remain the same. Whatever I did 30, 40 years back, the fundamentals are not changed. So even before retiring, when I was told to establish an AI lab, my fundamentals were strong, so I could establish it. Because AI was a buzzword then. So establish a lab means you start from scratch. Now, specific to Hitam, you will see that the way we do things here is that in the first year itself, we want all of you to look at problems which are trying to be solved. Because like I said, engineer is a person who solves problems. You come on the road from home, you'll see the roadside is full of trash. The lakes are dirty. There's garbage floating. When you go near your house, the dustbin is overflowing. So there are so many problems. It appears that these problems, nobody can solve them. But as an engineer, there are solutions. Technological solutions are there available for us. And one of the solutions which I'm proud to say that Hitam has done under the guidance of Dr. Shiv Prasad is it has become a startup also now. It is a device which is used to clean the lakes. It has been used in Durgam Cheru. It is a remote control boat which goes around and skims the surface and picks up the garbage. A very simple solution, but nobody thought of it. Now we have a startup from Hitam who is working on this solution. And this starts from that first program, EPICS it's called, the first year itself. You look for problems, don't think you can solve them, but carry the problem through those 4 years. Now come to the aspects of the mentoring part of my job. You know, there's a thing that generally if you ask a child, you know, क्यों बिगड़ गया? तो वो बोलेंगे कि वो कॉलेज में प्रॉब्लम है, टीचर्स ठीक नहीं है. कॉलेज से पूछो, वो बोलेंगे नहीं घर में ठीक नहीं है. And I said, there are people who are teachers. What about their children? So he says anything he does wrong at college is when I'm as a teacher there, that's my problem. Anything that's wrong as a parent, it is because of me again. So basically the question is you take responsibility for that. And that is what we want. I'll give a small example. There's a barber shop I go to. And every Sunday I go there. Then one day I found a boy sitting there. And I asked the barber, I said, is he your assistant? He said, no. He said, he's my son. I said, what is he doing? He's doing engineering. I said, okay, then, because I knew from our schedule as the first semester was over. So I asked the boy, what is your, did you pass all your subjects? What is your GPA? He said, results are not come. Then his father asked me, what is this thing? Ye kya cheez hai? Then I told him, you don't know that your son is having exams. He's getting the results. And the results are due. I said, in our college we issued the results. I don't know why he is saying he's not got the results. Then he said, how do I check? I said, in our college we have a system, parents can log in and check. Then I showed him, I opened our website and showed it to him. I said, see, as a parent you can log in and check up what your child's performance is. This is the least you can do. Like the principal mentioned about attendance. But I'm saying for performance also. You should know when his exams are there. You should know when they got over. You should know when the results are coming. Just like in school, you keep asking, send me the report card. But here, I find that the thing is lacking. Most of the engineering college mein dal diya, to wo dekh lenge. But these 4 years are important. I would suggest, please take interest in that. And before you come to a stage when things are very difficult to solve. Like yesterday I was reading in the Sacred Space, in Times of India, it says that you should tackle difficult problems when they are easy. But once they become difficult, it's very difficult to tackle them. And tackle the big problems when they are small. When they become big, again you cannot solve them. So that is the trick of parenting or mentoring. That seeing that there is a problem and catch it right in the beginning. If you can do it, you're a successful mentor, you're a successful parent. And when my son was doing engineering, when he passed out, he didn't get campus placement. And it was a relatively good institution, Manipal University. So I said, now what do you do? Doesn't have campus placement. Then I found the way he went around and got the job. He talked to his seniors. He talked to others in his community, in his hostel. And then he managed the job on his own. So seeing that experience of my son, we have launched another thing called student mentors. So we want to formalize this. That was just informal. If my son had, my son used to play basketball. So he had people, seniors in his basketball team who liked him. Now, if you're a person who doesn't play any games, and you don't make social relationships, you don't have the skills for social engagement, then it's very tough. So we have formalized this. We have made something called student mentors, and I would encourage all the first year freshers that be in touch with the student mentors because they have gone through. They may be just 1 year older than you, but they have gone through, and they know that at this point there's a decision to be made, and what decision to make they'll help you in it because they've gone through it. And this is an initiative I'm proud to say. I don't think I've seen this initiative in any other colleges, and it's very common in the army for us. Whatever I learned in my academy was from people who are 6 months senior to me. Our instructors and everything never came. Everything like from table manners, from how to behave, and drill, PT, everything was taught by these people who are 6 months senior to us. So this is something we have started. I hope people make use of it. So I given Gyan for the parents, not for the students. Like when I went for degree course, I remember I was already commissioned, I was already in the army, so that's how it happens. Since I had done only 11th standard before joining the army. Then when I went for the degree course, I was already in 3-4 years of service. So then a person told me, my mentor again, he told me, see, you're going for a degree course and you're going to Pune. I was in a horrible place before that. So Pune is a very attractive place. You are young. I was 23 years old that time. So you're young and you will want to roam around, do a lot of things. All of you are in the same state. So, but it's all about time management. There are only 24 hours in a day. Whatever time is there, allocate it. And the simplest way to achieve success for a student, whatever is taught that day, go back home, open that book and read what was taught. And if you have the timetable, see the next day's what is going to be taught and just go through so that you are prepared for what is going to be covered the next day. Just do these two things. It will take hardly half an hour. Just half an hour, and like I assure you that when the time comes for exams, assessment or continuous assessment, whatever it is, you will find it's very easy to tackle it. And all this requires only one thing, it requires self-discipline. People think like you see NCC people are roaming around, they're wearing uniform and all that, they are disciplined. That is not discipline. Just wearing your uniform or doing things because somebody has told you to do is not discipline. Discipline is when you do what you're supposed to do without anybody telling you. You do it even if there's nobody watching you. That's why India is in such a trashy state. Because nobody is watching you, there are no cameras to pick up. You see in Singapore, the same Indian goes to Singapore, he thinks 10 times before spitting on the road. Because he knows police will come and catch him and take him. But in India, it's an open garbage bin. You can do what you want. So that is the root, the discipline which is there, self-discipline, I'll say that is the most important. And it comes only from one thing which is called instant gratification or delayed gratification. All the problems in life are because of instant gratification. You want a bike, you want it now. You want to see a reel, you want to see it now. A message has come on your mobile phone, you want to see it now. That is instant. Something has happened instantaneously, I must receive the gratification for it. But discipline means, yes, I'll see, but I'll delay it. I'll do what is important first, then I'll respond to that stimulus which has come for enjoying. So this delayed gratification, if we can look at it, that is the main thing. Like for the entire time when we were under training, 4 years training in the army, we just kept thinking, now is the time for training. These 4 years, no distractions. We'll have a good time, but later. And that is what, it is better to wait for it, anticipate it, than get into it right away. And it also comes down to the difference between, what is a want, what is a need. There was a time, there were some suicides happening in our army units. So we have a religious teacher in the units. So I asked one of the religious teachers, I said, why are suicides taking place? Why are our men unhappy? Then he told me, he said, साहब इनको जरूरत है और मांगों में फर्क नहीं पड़ा है. जरूरत is need. Without that you can't survive. और मांगे is your ख्वाहिश. हजारों ख्वाहिशें हैं. तो मांगो को काम करो और जरूरत को है, जरूरत को पकड़ के रखो. जरूरत इज व्हाट इज योर एयर यू ब्रीथ. You don't breathe for a few minutes, you're dead. Food you eat, that is a zarurat. But the same thing, if you want to eat a specific kind of food, that becomes a desire. For instance, you eat only pizzas, or you want only noodles, that is a desire. But the food that you eat, as far as hunger is concerned, that is important. So I would suggest that you distinguish between these two things. So there is no end to desires. So finally, our campus, we are looking at a high quality learning experience is what we want to provide you. There is only so much which parents can do and the faculty can do. What is up to you now? There are so many initiatives, I have not talked of all of them. There is something called a Grand Challenge Scholars Program, which is done by National Academy of Engineering of the United States. There is a Google Developers Club. We have skill development centers. So many things are there. I'm not burdening you with all that information, but it's up to you. How do you make use of these 4 years of your life? Like there's a song in Hindi, it says, "Tamam umr ka hisab mangti hai zindagi." So I'll say your parents also 4 साल के बाद उनसे पूछना कि 4 साल का हिसाब हमें दो कि क्या किया तुमने 4 साल में. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the exciting initiatives at Hitam. We now welcome Dr. Lokeshwar Rao, Dean Freshman, to share some valuable insights on starting strong and making most of the freshman year.
Good morning all, and warm welcome to the parents. This is Dr. D. Lokeshwar Rao, Dean Freshman Engineering, and also Professor of Electronics and Communication Engineering here. On behalf of the Humanities and Sciences Department, I warmly welcome our freshman engineering students and their parents. Congratulations on joining our institution. We are committed to meeting your expectations and providing a supportive environment for academic excellence. As students transition from 10 plus to engineering, we recognize a significant shift from rote learning to application-based education. To bridge this gap, we conduct a comprehensive bridge course equipping students with essential skills and knowledge to thrive in our engineering programs. Our esteemed faculty members, research scholars, and experienced academicians will guide students through outcome-based education and project-based learning. Each student will be mentored by a faculty member, and a dedicated counselor is available on campus for their welfare. We encourage parents to ensure regular attendance, crucial for academic performance. Utilize our ERP system for daily tracking of attendance and progress. Engage in open communication and feedback for holistic development. Our campus promotes a ragging-free environment, gender equality, and we conduct regular parent-teacher meetings nearly twice a semester. That means in the first year we have got 4 parent and teacher meetings. So by working together, we nurture independent learning, application of knowledge, monitoring of continuous progress. Our bridge course and supportive environment empowers students to navigate this transition successfully. We look forward to a productive and successful year ahead. This is my 3rd orientation day here. I think parents understood. In Telugu also I will speak. Parents andariki kuda login ID istamu. అట్లాగే స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరికి కూడా లాగిన్ ఐడి ఇస్తాం. ఈ లాగిన్ ఐడి ద్వారా మీరు ఈఆర్పీలో చెక్ చేసుకుని డైలీ 7 periods అటెండెన్స్ చూసుకోవచ్చు. స్టూడెంట్స్ చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, పేరెంట్స్ కూడా చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అండ్ ఇమీడియట్లీ యూ కెన్ కాల్ us. Right? So with this, I thank the organizing committee for giving a chance, and thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for these encouraging words. Your guidance will surely help us and the new students start their journey on the right foot. Now, please join me in welcoming Colonel A.V. Subramaniam, our registrar, who will share insights regarding discipline on campus, anti-ragging measures, and safety initiatives.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all the parents on behalf of each and every member of Hitam. We're very glad to have you in the campus today for interaction with us, and also coming to know of various initiatives that Hitam is taking or will be taking in future to ensure that your child gets an enriching academic experience in the campus. As you all seen, there's a very green campus that is here, and I'm sure all of you have contemplated very well and taken the right decision. And let me assure you that we, as a team of Hitamites, are here to ensure that your child excels in his academic performance here, and not only in the academic performance, at the end of these 4 years, we are committed to ensure that he passes out from Hitam with a all-round personality, ready to take up the challenges in the outside world that is going to face. Like what our student director has mentioned, I am Colonel A.V. Subramaniam, a retired army officer. I am presently doing the registrar here in this institution. My role here as a registrar, couple of things. Firstly, to ensure that the child has got a safe and secure campus here, where he can excel in his, he can flourish in his academic pursuits. When I say discipline, you've seen one of the values of Hitam. What Surendra sir has just brought out to you. Student centricity is the focus. When we are committed to ensure, and like discipline, like all of us know, is the hallmark of any individual in any sphere. So we as Hitamites are committed to see that, keeping our value of student centricity, we inculcate the habit of discipline in your child in all fronts, not only in studies, any sphere that he or she pursues in future. Giving this little bit of insight into my role here, I would like to dwell upon the steps that we take in ensuring discipline. We would like to encourage your board to inculcate self-discipline, like what General Mani was just mentioning. Rather than as parents you, or as teachers and faculty us here in the college, enforcing this kind of discipline into him, the most ideal thing that what we presume would be to inculcate this sense of self-discipline in the student. And for that, we would solicit your cooperation at all times. There will be times when we would be ringing you up, informing you about the progress of your child. Maybe at times we would like to complain about his behavior, so that all this, mind you, is for correcting the particular child, correcting the child here. The child is our responsibility as much as he is your responsibility once he has joined our college. So let us, we as Team Hitam, we would like to ensure you that we will make all our efforts to ensure that he is safe and secure in our campus. Couple of other things we keep seeing off and on in all kinds of media. Substance abuse, one of the things which all of us are very, very worried about. This younger generation, our child, maybe now he is not exposed to that. There is scope that in future, as he walks into the portals of Hitam, and then also interacts with the other college students in the outside world. So we would like to ensure that our students are free from such kind of ills. Certain steps that we take all the phases of this. Firstly, we try to build awareness in our students. We are closely working with government agencies like the Telangana Police and the Narcotics Bureau, also with NGOs, in order to ensure that first step is awareness. The moment we are aware, or the students are aware about the evils or whatever effects that these things is going to have, half our problem is solved. Because by now the children are already in the later part of the teens, so we expect that kind of first letting them know, making them aware, that's the first step. Second, preventive measures. We've taken innovative steps. Our college has always been on the forefront of any kind of innovation. Now, maybe ours is one of the first colleges where we carry out random checks. We carry out not only when the student enters the college, we also have sniffer dogs which go around the campus in a periodic manner. Not only the area search, we ensure that our hostels are free of such kind of evils. Both the boys' hostel as well as the girls' hostel. Our classrooms are the areas which are likely to be used for such kind of activities. So be rest assured, I like to assure all of you that your child, we will leave no stone unturned in ensuring that we provide a secure and campus to your students which helps them in flourishing in their academic pursuit. After this, another thing that I would mention is we also provide them counseling help. We have a professional, we have a counselor who is there on board 24/7. She's available either in the college or maybe away. They can always get in touch with her at times when it is required. So we do even think about it from that aspect, how to counsel the child about the effects and how to help them get out of this just in case they are having a problem of that sort. So that doesn't mean that we will allow them to fall into the trap. We will, from our side, be rest assured that we take all steps to ensure that your child has got a safe and secure campus here. As far as the discipline part is concerned, I'd like to emphasize a few more things. Although as we go by, we explain these to the students at different forums at different points of time. But I would like to mention this couple of steps to you as students. I also teach in the computer science department. I am exposed to the class where the students there. So there, what we notice is more often than not, the distractions to the students. Strictly, we don't encourage the use of mobile phones in the class. So I would solicit your cooperation in explaining to the students that this is one of the major areas of distraction. What we insist is that once prior to entering the classrooms, the mobile phones are inside the bag. So please do not feel if your child is not answering your call, or maybe at times he is maybe during the class hours, but during the breaks, they are always allowed to communicate to you. They are all grown-up kids. Be rest assured that we look after them in the campus and encourage them not to adhere to such kind of things. It's a big distraction. We also expect them to take care of their valuables, their mobile phones, and inculcating such kind of self-discipline measures in them will go a long way in shaping up their personality in future. I would also like to mention a couple of other initiatives which Hitam has offered. We have an NCC unit here, which is a nascent unit, which is operational for the last 2 years in our institution. Although we've got a strength of 72 NCC cadets, you would have seen some of them in uniform here. Now, the NCC unit has done very well for itself in the last couple of years. There are students who have gone right up to the national level, participated in the Republic Day parades from this college. We also have students who are participating in events like the Ek Bharat Swachh Bharat Camp, various other government initiatives and schemes which are being implemented. And like one of the Hitam values which has been explained to you by Surendra sir, we also emphasize on social consciousness. As part of NCC, unity and discipline being the motto, our idea is to bring in this value of social consciousness as well. NCC cadets also participate in other activities of social service,
taking up measures which are going to old age homes, interacting with children in the orphanages. So all this is to build up the personality of your child in a manner in which he grows up to be a responsible citizen, ready to pick up challenges once he's outside the gates of Hitam. We also have a national service NSS unit, National Service Team unit, which is also again in tune with the values of Hitam. It's very active, taking up activities like going to remote villages, teaching in government schools, taking care of our elderly people who are in old age homes, and also encouraging. We also encourage our students to innovate the means in which they can be of use to the society. Being our vision, if you have seen, being of use to society is of prime concern. Yes, they will become engineers in 4 years, but if they are able to make themselves or shape themselves in a manner in which they are fruitful to the society, that will be we have that vision, and all our efforts are to achieve our vision. With this said, I am sure you people, like all other speakers earlier, we as a team of Hitam, we solicit your cooperation in shaping up the future of your child, taking up measures like attendance. Please acquaint yourself with the use of the ERP. Everything will be in one click of the keyboard or one press of the key. You can see what is the attendance of your child, what is the performance of your child, what are the things he is doing, what he is not. All these things are available at the click of a button. So our request is, as Team Hitam, we would request all of you to be, like what General Mani sir has said, be in constant touch with the institution, keep coming, talking to us in case if you have any problems with the faculty, with the teaching, with the way that, with our own processes, and we will be the first one to correct ourselves in case we get feedback from you that we are going forward in some manner. So having said that, I would like to end this time of mine, and thank you so much for giving me a patient hearing. And not but not the least, I would like to assure all of you that your child is in very safe hands, and we will ensure that we provide them a very safe and secure campus where he can, flourish in his academic pursuits. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for outlining our commitment to a disciplined and secure campus environment. Please welcome our It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest for Orientation Day 2024. And to do the honors, I would request Dr. Ashalata, Wellness Counselor and member of the leadership team.
Pleasant good morning, one and all. On this auspicious day, it is a blessing to have Professor Venkateshwar Rao, Registrar, JNTU Hyderabad, who is not only a distinguished academician but also a trailblazer in the field of nanotechnology amidst us as a chief guest for this august occasion. Currently serving as a Registrar and Professor of Nanotechnology at JNTU, his remarkable journey in academia and research is very inspiring. After a PhD from University of Hyderabad, Sir has completed his postdoctoral studies at Johns Hopkins Medicine, USA, and he has distinct experience in teaching a wide range of subjects, including quantum mechanics, nanomaterial, synthesis and characterization techniques, sensors, energy, agriculture, biomedical, etc. His illustrious career includes pivotal roles as the head of the Department of Nanotechnology, Controller of Examinations, and Director of University Examinations of JNTU. Professor Venkateshwar Sir has guided numerous masters and doctoral scholars, including 3 postdoctoral fellows and 16 PhD candidates, and has been instrumental in advancing research with 350 international publications, along with multiple patents, conference proceedings, books, and manuscripts to his name. His research papers have an elite status of the highest citations and indexing. He had completed 11 projects of UGC, DST SERB, Nano Mission, as well as TechIP, and further working on 3 more projects with DST and AICTE. He is a notable recipient of prestigious awards such as Raman Postdoc Fellow, ITAP Award, and Best Teacher Award from the Government of Telangana, among many others. His remarkable contributions to academia and research have also led to fruitful collaborations with many international and national institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Professor K. Venkateshwar sir. And sir, you are invited onto the dais for your address. Hearty welcome, sir.
Very good morning to one and all. Indeed, I'm a little late. Sorry for the delay due to some reasons. So, the newly joined students, I welcome to this beautiful green campus. This is my 3rd visit to this campus. I have 2-3 points to discuss with the students as well parents. The first point to the students is, till yesterday or before you are going to join in this courses, you might be looking for computer science courses, especially most of the people are looking for computer science courses. After joining here, you might be in computer science, electronics, electrical or mechanical. Whatever branch, you need to excel in the given subjects. That is the very important point. Rather worrying about the branch you took it. Whatever branch you are, you need to excel in the field. Why? Because there are 2 important points. Number 1, you see, we, especially in education field, we got Nobel Prize in 1925. Raman, Sir C.V. Raman got the Nobel Prize. After that, Indian education could not produce a Nobel Prize in the field of research, in the field of science and technology. Indians might have got the Nobel Prize. The basic point here we need to understand is how you are looking at the subject. Whatever subjects you are studying, whatever knowledge you are gaining here, not only for the marks, for the way of thinking, you need to inculcate. This graduation is a very important area where you can think newly. Whatever subjects you are studying, getting 7 CGPA or 8 CGPA is not a 7 CGPA, 8 CGPA is okay. Everyone is going to pass, get the marks and get the job. That's a different scenario. At least 0.1% students think newly and think differently, then they are the people who are going to achieve new things. As a simple example, apple is falling before and after, but one person came, scientist came and told that apple is falling due to gravity. That is the difference between a normal student and if you go in detail with the subject towards the nature. So whatever technology or science is, it is the understanding the nature. So if you see this college, I admire this college because you are geographically in a very good position, in a very good place. Why? Because if you see the green campus and green buildings, it's an inspiring space. Use these facilities and you are one of the best colleges of JNTU. That is one very good point. Use these facilities and acquire the knowledge, and however everyone is going to get the placement and everyone is going to settle in their life. It's a process. But this process, you need to do it happily, with joyfully. That is missing in the students. That means in the final day they start preparing and complete the exam in a hurry-burry manner. Rather than that, you might have did a lot of hard work in our intermediate. But in BTech, I feel there are very less subjects and semester system will be there. At least if you study 1 hour or 1.5 hours, that's enough actually. So 1.5 hour study will give you 8 to 9 CGPA. That is what I can tell you. And very recently I was talking with the principal last year or before last year. Some of the students, for the attendance, they went to quote from the same college. I request the students, attendance is a mandatory. So if you go to court or you go to anywhere, they don't give attendance. What I mean to say here is, till you follow the rules, academic regulations, this looks very simple. If you cross the line of academic regulation, they are going to be very strict. That is what I understood actually. Because they don't give attendance, because thumb impression is there, come regularly to the classes, maintain systematically, and being a registrar, I will be always supportive to the students as well as to this college. And another very important point for the students, this may be orientation program for the students, but parents, you need to be oriented very effectively. This is the age you need to track your children very, very, very carefully. Because we are seeing in the universities and in the colleges, in the home students are entirely different. When they come to the college, they are entirely different. So try to track them, try to follow them, try to interact with the heads of the departments and principals from the day one. Then only you can monitor them. At the end, you can't do anything. Every day. Sometimes I feel rather students, parents need a counseling. Why? Because some parents will come to us and say that my son got 62% attendance. Intentionally, they did not give 3% attendance. After parents, we teachers love the students. After parents want to see successful, as a parents, they want to their children successful. As well, in the same line, we teachers also want to see them successful in their life. We both are in the same line. The only thing is, because one or two children, even I have my sons, they are doing B.Tech third year in different places. So what I want to say here is, we need to track them very carefully. Parents need to track them very carefully with the faculty and students. And this is the formation of age actually, frankly speaking. And I understand that college has got very good faculty, and I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you one and all.
I would request you to stay back for a while. Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and invaluable insights. Your extensive experience and dedication to research and education serve as a beacon of excellence for all of us. Now, we would like to invite our Principal Dr. S. Arvind and Chief Mentor Major Mani sir to facilitate the guest. Felicitate.
Bro.
Thank you so much, sir. Please welcome our wellness counselor, Dr. Asha, who will be discussing wellness, mentoring and counseling that is facilitated in the campus.
Warm greetings again. I'm Ashalata, the wellness counselor on campus. The happiness of our lives depends upon the quality of our thoughts. So this is actually mentioned in every scripture that we read every day and every religion that we follow. But then giving it a new dimension, understanding people, believing them and facilitating their change and impacting them to live satisfying lives is one of the most fascinating, huge and important undertaking any institution can take. And we are proud to say that Hitam is doing it exceptionally well. This is our wellness system here with the wellness center and all the faculty, the Hitam family, and you are also part of it now, supporting our students to become the best. Today is special because after 12 years of schooling the students are in the college and with many dreams to pursue and succeed. This sudden transition is in the life is very overwhelming sometimes, but I think we need not worry. We are there here to walk along with you and all the students. Wellness counseling at Hitam is a holistic approach to improve a person's overall well-being, focusing on physical, mental, emotional and social aspects. Hitam Wellness Center helps the students explore emotions, develop coping mechanisms and navigate interpersonal challenges on campus, empowering them to take an active role in their health as well as happiness. When everybody was mentioning the green campus side of the Hitam, I would also like to add that Hitam is an icon of wellness and abode of wellness, because when you see the green building here, a lot of improved air quality that we have in the campus makes the respiration very good, and the students will have better cognitive performance when they are breathing well. The breath and then the brain, because we have natural lighting everywhere and a reduced artificial lighting, it's going to give less stress and make the circulation better, and that is going to give a major role, kind of a mind enhancement, mindfulness, where they become more heartful and do every activity in a better way. And all of you during the admissions, you have observed and you know that we don't have any artificial cooling systems inside the campus, and this is a very adaptive thermal temperature. When the body works in that kind of a system, it will have more productivity and more concentration over the work that the students are doing. So the Hitam Wellness Center and the campus, it helps the students identify a lot of career options and create job profiles and develop employability criteria. The process includes group interactive sessions, individual counseling sessions and troubleshooting referrals. The ultimate goal is to inspire students to pursue careers, entrepreneurship or higher studies, whatever their choice is. Now in today's world, we know that they go anywhere, they need to have a lot of language certifications, core certifications, leadership profile, co-curricular, extracurricular profiles. They should have participated in competitions. Their public speaking should be good. Hitam is a platform for everything. As parents, me myself, being a mother of a 19-year-old, I can understand that we have a great opportunity to help our children, and the context of mental health that we talk about is a bigger thing today. What today's generation goes through is too many distractions, lack of concentration and inability to control the mind. One straight question to all the parents here would be, how much time do we spend with our children, and do you know that they are sleeping less than 6 hours or more than 11 hours, which is not scientifically correct? Are they taking nutritious food? But after all these things, children look forward to only two things from us, that is, don't be judgmental about them and do not set unreasonable expectations. So for that very thing, it is very important that we create a positive self-image amongst them, and at Hitam Wellness Center in a small way contributes to that, and we follow that with our mentoring system. Hitam offers a very transparent, supporting mentoring system that encourages cross-functional and competitive engagement, and the mentoring process involves assigning a specific number of mentees with first-year students and a HNS department faculty mentorship, and second, third and final year students and the co-department faculty members. The mentors set up interaction, maintaining the individual development plan where the student can record what all the requirements they have to do in their academics, in their R&D, extracurricular, co-curricular activities, and the support required for their excellent performance. So that is what we do, and the psychometric test that we give to all the students helps them assess their skill set of life skills or soft skills or communication skills or their employability skills. And then apart from that, the student band details, which are explained by principal sir, they will comprehensively cover the student attendance, academic performance and other activities. We are sensible to the reality that any aspiring student and supporting parent would plan to complete the course in stipulated 4 years. For this very purpose, every 8 weeks after every mid-examination, with the help of the student progression band classification and all the key areas identified by the mentors and the required modification of the behavior or the performance, the active learning strategies are adapted, and the mentor monitors the mentee's progress and documents the entire process for verification and feedback mechanism. 1 year definitely has got 365 days and all 365 possibilities. Then imagine in 4 years we have 1460 days of possibilities. Even if you just take only working days, minimum 1000 years of possibilities, and Hitam here is ready to take up that important support system and say that we are ready to support the students for all these possibilities. If we calculate all these things, it's just 100, not only 100 or 200 or 300, 1000 days of excitement, exploration and excellence which is going to begin today. And we are geared up with all our support and all our love for all the students who are going to join us today. So let us take this up. So get set, go now. So we are ready. Hope you are also ready. And thank you so much for gracing the occasion and being here with us along with the children. So the children are here. They are exploring their campus. We hope that you also had a great time. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for highlighting the crucial aspects of wellness, mentoring and mental health support. We are pleased to welcome Mr. Vamshi Koka, Dean Strategy and Operations, who will provide an overview of Hitam's initiatives to enhance student careers and opportunities.
A very good morning to everyone. Let me ask this question to the parents. How many of you are concerned or anxious about what the career of your student or child will be after 4 years? Will encommand 4 years or the career around will concern on. And that's the biggest concern of anyone, right? Even from school level, that's what we all keep thinking about. Now let me assure you that you wouldn't need to be anxious. In the next few minutes, I'll explain why. The first thing, the industry is looking for people with good aptitude, problem-solving skills, and strong basics. They're not looking for something very exceptional beyond what is expected from the student. Just these three things: aptitude, reasoning, and strong fundamentals. And that's what all the previous speakers have been talking about. Now, at Hitam, we facilitate this with a number of initiatives which are spread across all 4 years. And the Career Design Center team, the CDC, which we call here, it works closely with the students to help them achieve their dream careers. Now the students will get a career-related training right from their first year. We actually started off in 1-2 itself. We teach them on aptitude, reasoning, problem solving, and also coding, which is required for the industry. And this is something which is spread across 6 semesters, starting from first year until 4-1. Apart from that, there are also regular assessments which are done, the career-related assessments. And when we are saying the career-related assessments, we use a platform called CodeCubes, which actually assesses them against the industry benchmarks. So apart from academics, which you actually get assessed on semester, you also have career assessment, and you would know where they're standing in terms of the industry expectations. And every year, at the beginning of the academic year, we take career aspirations from the students, we conduct a psychometric assessment, and we also have an individual development plan created. Now this helps us to customize the training to the needs of the majority in the class. Now there are different initiatives which we've been taking under the Career Design Center, and apart from what our friends and colleagues talked about in terms of PBL, post-level project, the skill development centers doing engineering, it all add to the hands-on learning which the students gain here. We also have initiatives like industry mentoring. So every week we have an expert from industry who comes to the campus, interacts with the students, makes them understand what the industry is thinking and how should they be ready for the industry. In addition to that, every year, which we started last academic year, we are organizing an HR conclave. So senior HR professionals from different industries come here. They talk about the hiring trends, the changing landscape of the hiring industry, the industry, and how the students will have to be ready for that. And another aspect which we take pride in is the industry experts who actually come as adjunct faculty, the professors of practice. Now we engage the industry experts on those areas or subjects which require an industry-specific focus. So they come and teach the entire course through the semester. In addition to this, we have a strong focus on internships, which starts from third year itself. So let me take an example where our students actually got selected for internship with Goldman Sachs in their third year. So in 3-2, they went and spent about 3 months, paid a stipend of almost 1 lakh per month. With an extension in the final year, another 6 months, after which they got placed. And this is what Professor Gandhi was talking about. Internships play a key role, and we encourage all our students from third year onwards to go for the internships, a semester-long internship, where they give an exemption from the coursework, they go and participate in the internship. And many of these are pre-placement offers, so that way they get to know the company and also get placed there. And some of the institutions we are associated with where our students have been working for the last couple of years, like organizations like Broadridge, Goldman Sachs, Maersk, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Hyderabad, MCE, which is a Military College of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering, NIPER, DRDO, and so on. So all these are opportunities on campus which we encourage everyone to make use of. And the placement cell works very closely with the companies, so we organize both off-campus and on-campus drives, and the students get the choice of their preference, like where they can choose which companies they want to work for, be ready for it, get trained, and get placed. One other thing which we take pride in, all the placements at Hitam are 100% genuine. There's no fabrication, that is something we really take pride in, no backdoor entry, all placements are genuine. In addition to this, we also help the students with their other aspirations. Not everybody looks for placements. There's an entrepreneurship development cell which helps them get into entrepreneurship, and also if somebody is wanting to get into higher education, we have GATE training, we have IELTS training, and also a dedicated overseas education counselor. If the CDC team is here, Deepti is the team here. I'd like to invite the Career Design Center team on the dais, because these are the people you'll be interacting with over the next 4 years. With others. Harsha, Akila, Hari. You guys can come on quickly. Where's Akila? Alright, so this is Deepti Ranjan, he is Assistant Dean for Careers. This is Harnath, he is Assistant DPO Trainees and Placement Officer. And this is Harshvardhan, he is the Head of Career Design Center. He looks into placements, and many of you might have also interacted with him during admission weeks, because he also heads admissions. Now this is the team which will be playing a very, very crucial role in shaping the careers of your children, and I would encourage you to stay in touch with them. And there's an overseas education counselor, Akila, I think she's not around here, and she would help them if at all they're aspiring to go abroad for the MS, right from selecting a university to filling in applications, and also guiding them in terms of scholarships and statement of purpose. Thank you guys. So in addition to this, I would like to give a little brief on the partnerships and collaborations we've been building with different international universities. And you might have seen on the brochure, websites, and the posters on campus. So this is something we've been doing to enable the capacity building at Hitam. So to become the best in the world, we have to learn from the best, and that is something we at Hitam have been embracing. So we have partnered with various universities like University of Alabama in Huntsville, USA, Milwaukee School of Engineering, USA, George Mason University, is all top universities in US, RWTH Aachen, Germany, Aalborg in Denmark. Even with Purdue, we got EPICS program, which General Mani talked about the first year itself. That's in collaboration with Purdue University. And we have collaboration with Wusong University in South Korea. Now, to these universities, there are various initiatives we run, like sometimes even the faculty teach our students online. In addition to this, there's another thing which I'd like to inform you all, like we're launching a new program from next academic year onwards. All the approvals are in place now. It's a 3+1+1 integrated masters, where the students will study in India at Hitam for 3 years, and then they can move on to the partner university. And for this, we are partnered currently with UAH, MSOE, and George Mason. They'll study for 2 years there. After the 4th year, they'll graduate and they become eligible for BTech from JITU. After the 5th year, they'll get an MS from that university. So we're adding more universities to this list. By next academic year, we can expect 2 more universities there. So before I conclude, let me assure you that there are limitless opportunities at Hitam. But these opportunities will be useful only if the student tries to make use of them. So like in any other institution, only about 50-60% make use of that. But I would encourage all parents to drive your children to whatever they're interested in, to make use of different initiatives we got at Hitam, because everything leads to some career path. Because eventually what companies are looking at is their aptitude, reasoning, problem solving skills, and how strong they are at the basics. So whatever they put on their resume, they discuss about that. So let's make the most of it and maximize the career outcomes. Thank you very much.
The other aspect of a human being, and our students, that is the non-academic aspect. Hitam is a home to a vibrant array of student-driven and community-oriented initiatives fostering personal growth, leadership, and social responsibility. So to make this happen, to make the person a well-rounded individual, we also focus on these aspects of a person. So I'll talk to you about affinity clubs. We in Hitam, we are having more than 20 affinity clubs which the students themselves decide what are the areas which they would like to pursue. So exclusive day on Saturday and half a day on Friday is devoted to developing the students' other aspects. This includes sports, NCC, and club activities. So what are these clubs? So these passions and diverse interests of students across technology, entrepreneurship, arts and culture, photography, sports. These are some of the activities which the students engage in. Another very important activity is the Hitam Toastmasters. This is a chapter of the International Toastmasters organization dedicated to improving public speech and leadership skills among students. They conduct regular meetings, they have a structured program, and they gain confidence in public speaking. And this chapter has been awarded students, about 50 students have been awarded in different contests. In Hitam Toastmasters, they have won the Best Chapter Award for 3 times, for 3 consecutive years, and 4 of our students serve as area directors. In addition to this, we have another 2 initiatives, the TEDx Hitam. TEDx Hitam is an independently organized TEDx event that brings together leaders, innovators, and inspiring speakers to share their ideas and experiences. This year also we are going to have our TEDx event, Ripple and Resonate, in the next month. Another initiative is the Hitam Youth Parliament, which has been very successful, which initiates, this initiative stimulates the legislative process, allowing students to engage in debates and discussions on various social and political issues. It aims to develop their leadership skills, critical thinking, and a deeper understanding of governance among students. Coming to the aspect of governance, we have a very unique initiative in our college, which is the Student Self-Governance, SSG. What is SSG? It empowers the students to actively participate in the decision-making process and manage various aspects of campus life. Ladies and gentlemen, today's event that you see is completely managed by the SSG and their team of volunteers. Through their various student councils, NGOs that the college is supporting and representing for a cause. This student-led NGO focuses on social service and community development. It organizes events and activities to support various causes, including education, health, Dr. Arutla Kamla Devi and Arutla Ramachandra Reddy, who are the grandparents of the founders of this college. This foundation is dedicated to supporting education and social initiatives, works closely with the college to provide resources and support to underprivileged communities, promoting the various opportunities and social welfare. The next organization is Sahaya. Sahaya is an umbrella organization which represents various NGOs associated with Hitam, focusing on community service and social impact. Through these NGOs, our students reach out to the community around us and make a difference. Another aspect which is very important for the students, which we believe in Hitam, is sustainability. The way forward is being sustainable and following sustainable practices. We would like our students to be aware of the importance and incorporate sustainability in their lives as well as in their professions. We encourage the staff, the faculty and students to collaborate and address environmental issues, challenges, and to take up student projects and address these issues. We in Hitam are in the process of eliminating single-use plastic on the campus, 100% recycling, waste management, sewage treatment plant. Our future endeavors are in the field of solar energy. We would want our campus to be net zero in the span of next 2 years. So these are the overview of the activities, the non-academic activities. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
చేస్తే ఓకే నో ప్రాబ్లం.
Thank you, sir, for defining our diverse student engagement activities and commitment to sustainability and social causes.
Finally, we will hear from Mr. B. Ishwar Babu, a distinguished alumnus of our institution, who will share their journey and experiences. Before he is on stage, let me introduce him. B. Ishwar Babu is an alumnus of Hitam from 2008 to 12 batch. Currently, he is working as a manager, a software engineer with Optum Global Solutions, which is a part of United Health Group, UHG. Is an American multinational healthcare company, ranked 5th among the Fortune 500 companies, and is one of the top MNCs in US healthcare. Mr. Ishwar has worked for 5 years in the US for Optum Technology. Currently, he is working on various technologies like building web applications using UI technologies like React, Angular, servers, cloud technologies such as Azure Cloud, Adobe Experience Manager, and Apache Web Servers. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Ishwar to present his address.
Hello everyone, and thanks for this introduction. But yeah, before starting, I would welcome you all to my college. I'm saying this because I have studied here from 2008 to 2012, and if you remember, 2008 is the initial days of this college here in Hyderabad, right? So, you might have heard the honorable guest and other dignitaries on the dais mentioning about multiple things, right? I would like to shed light on few things here. So there is a saying, maybe you can resonate with me on this one. Knowing is not doing. I'll repeat. Knowing is not doing. తెలియడం అండ్ ఇంకా చేయగలగడం రెండు ఒకటి కాదు, రైట్? సో think upon it. We think that we know many things, but are we able to do all those things? That is something which struck me while I was in the college and with all the faculty who were guiding me. Today, I see lot many freshmen who are so much interested in joining this distinguished college, because this is kind of a magnet, I would say. College is kind of a magnet. It has attracted all of you here, right? It has attracted all of you here today. Now, moving forward, this magnet would align the interested ones who are connected to it. It would align the interested ones in a right path. So, that's where I would say stay close and be in the college where you can learn and flourish, right? While I was studying and after studying as well, I have interacted with many individuals and my friends, others, not only here, who are studying abroad as well. I would proudly say that Hitam is one of the student-centered institutions, and right from the top management to all the individuals down below, everyone is student-centered. So I would suggest take benefit of that. And benefit would be reaped only when we put some of our efforts, right? Anywhere and everywhere, things must be mutual. It's not like faculty and the institution heads are constantly behind the students, right? Or sharing things with the parents. It should be mutual. So there must be efforts from the students as well, which would help them grow. So I would say keep things mutual and always stay close. We have so much knowledge and understanding, but if you are not able to communicate that, is that of any use? So, all-round development, as one of the earlier speakers was mentioning, 360-degree development is much needed. Industry is looking for individuals who can learn things, communicate well, not only with their peers, but individuals around the globe. So, to attain that, communication skills are the first and foremost. And in addition to that, the analytical skills and decision making. Decision making can be at many levels, right? Let it be how we behave with our students, how we behave with the friends, and also how we behave with our colleagues. Things start at this place. How we are behaving here, the inter and intrapersonal skills which the students possess, that actually would be carried to the industry as well. So whatever you learn here, that would actually something which you would take outside. So learn things and be at your best. That's another thing, right? So, sir, one of the earlier speakers were mentioning about the entrepreneurial skills and other things, right? Problem solving ability. So, I think before solving such a problem, identifying that there is a problem is a big thing, is it? Identifying the problem itself is a big thing, then articulating that. Articulating and understanding the problem, that makes the thing half solved. Then we can keep efforts on solving that particular problem. So identify the problem with you. So whatever foundation you have had until this point, right? Let it be a schooling or your intermediate or other foundational skills, all that actually made you sit here, right? Now, from here to the industry or the goal, whatever you want to achieve that, you have to plan things and solve the problems, learn things, and be at that state, right? Once we solve problems in our head, that's when we can solve the problems in our reality, is it? So that's where identify the problems, let it be gaps in your skills or what skills you want to attain. You want to study at a good reputed college after this, you want to do some good career opportunities, you want to pursue that in a different areas, right? So all these things can happen once you think and solve that within your head. That's what I can suggest. And I hope you have selected one or the other course, right? So at the end of the 4 years, I generally hear this, right? So this course is so easy or so hard or something like that. Where are these subjects coming from or these courses coming from? Are those easy or hard? So I got this particular understanding and hearing from one of my seniors that all these subjects did not fall from sky, right? They did not fall from sky. All these subjects and things, those are designed by humans like us, is it? Maybe they are learned human beings, or they have attained certain knowledge. Now we are taking that knowledge, so we as human beings can also learn all those. It's not like we cannot learn. So nothing is falling from sky, right? Everything is designed and designed here and developed here. So whatever it is developed, that is by human beings, and we human beings can learn it. So think on that. As Hitam sir mentioned, there are a lot of initiatives by Hitam. So that initiatives would help you gain additional things than the core subjects. Core subjects, anyone and everyone can learn, that is part of your curriculum. But additional things which are part of these initiatives, I would highly encourage individuals to learn and acquire those skills which are not available in the curriculum, right? And not only these curriculum skills, Asha ma'am mentioned there is yoga and meditation as well available here for the mental well-being. So taking benefit of these initiatives at Hitam, that would make the difference, I would say. And with all of this and sharing my experiences here, I would conclude, and whatever course you have chosen, I would mention that Hitam is a right place where you can take the right path only when you keep efforts at your end, right? So things must be mutual always. So repeating that, I would congratulate and thank everyone, and all the best to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ishwar, for sharing your remarkable journey with us. As we conclude our formal program, we'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all our speakers and guests.
Let me take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. Firstly, our esteemed guests, whose presence has graced this occasion and inspired us with their wisdom and experience. Our beloved parents, whose unwavering support and trust in us would have been a constant source of strength and motivation. Our visionary leadership, whose guidance and direction have shaped our institution and paved the way for our success. And I would also like to thank the tireless organizers whose dedication, hard work and attention to detail have made this event a resounding triumph. We thank you all for your contributions, encouragement and presence. Your impact is immeasurable and we are grateful. Now, to wrap our event, let us rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा तामिळ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Everyone for being a part of today's celebrations. I wanted to end with one last quote. When you were first entering the campus today, you might have seen the gates, which was Nabha Sparsham Deeptam Satya Hitam Satyam, which means touch the sky with glory, the path that leads to the truth is the truth. And Hitam stands for it. Thank you everyone again. We would like to invite all of the parents to go see the information kiosks at the amphitheater. It will have a lot more details about the various initiatives at Hitam. You could kindly join us there. Thank you very much.
తీస్తున్నావా బ్రో